Hello Sagittarius, Elsie here to do your reading. How are you, my fire family? I hope you're well. Thank you so much for clicking here. I do appreciate you. So this week we are going to do two hands, Sagittarius, if you've been here before. If you are the ride or die, you know what I'm talking about. So I'm going to do a reading with this deck, and then we're just going to go through a reading. I'll pull this deck, take out a second deck, and we will find out what else is going on. Just my effort in getting more energy out to the collective. Let's find out what's going on for Sagittarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Sag. This reading is always for the week ahead. It is a general reading. It may not resonate with you, and it's okay if it doesn't. Just because it doesn't resonate with you, it doesn't mean it doesn't resonate for others. Maybe this reading is for someone else. And whenever you get this reading, today, tomorrow, or next year, it could resonate then. It doesn't have to resonate right now. Let's find out what's going on for Sagittarius, please. All right. Cards have been flying around here. Okay, we've got the Sun. Take these here. We have the Sun in the upright. We have the Two of Swords in the reverse. We have the Two of Wands in the reverse. The Page of Pentacles is also in the reverse. They all flipped out of the deck onto my arm here, if you're not watching. Obviously they want to be seen, so let's do that. I feel like, Sagittarius, you've had some sort of a revelation, a realization, or a breakthrough here that maybe you've not been putting in the effort that you thought that you were putting in. It feels like you've had some kind of a breakthrough past some sort of a mental barrier that you have been, a place you've been stuck in for a while. And it feels like you are about to just bite the bullet and go. It's time for you to take a risk, a leap of faith of some sort here, with the Two of Wands being in the reverse. We have the Six of Swords. It is time to move on. I feel like somebody here who's been stuck in a situation for a while, whatever the situation is, in the mind, it could be your job, it could be a relationship, take it as it resonates for you. It's going to be different for everybody, of course. I feel like you're finally moving on from a place where you've been stuck, and I feel like the realization is that you've not been offering as much energy to something as you thought you were. We do have the Queen of Swords here. You could be learning the Queen of Swords energy here. I feel like you've been waiting for something to begin, waiting for something to start, and nobody's putting in any effort here. But it might be that maybe it's also you that hasn't been putting in the effort. The Page of Pentacles is here in the reverse. It's like you're waiting for something to begin, but it's stuck. It's not moving. And it feels like nobody's putting effort in. So it almost feels like whatever you're complaining about nobody putting effort into is something you're projecting. I feel like you're not putting the effort in either. It feels like nobody's putting the effort in, but I feel like that's the revelation. That's the realization, is like, you know what? I don't have to stay stuck here if I don't want to. I can put in the energy whenever I want to. And I feel like the Six of Swords is telling me, and the Two of Wands is telling me, you know what? I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to say it. I'm just going to say whatever I have to say. And if they don't like it, then that's not necessarily a Sagittarian problem. It feels like with the Two of Swords that you have released some sort of a mental block. Yeah, because of this revelation or this breakthrough with the Sun energy here, this growth. It feels like you've grown finally past a certain point, I want to say. Tell me about the Two of Swords in the reverse, please. Queen of Pentacles. It almost feels like somebody felt like they were stuck making very little bit of money. So we could, for some of you, be talking about your finances or a job where you were. It feels like somebody has realized here, with the Two of Swords being in the reverse and the Sun, is that there's more money to be made. I can open another stream of income, or I can get a better job. It feels like somebody's had a revelation about how I can make more money, because I'm the magician. I can do whatever it is that I want to do. And then we have the Knight of Wands. So it does feel like it's almost like there has been some sort of a breakthrough or revelation for you, Sagittarius, that has put a fire under your butt here with the Knight of Wands. It's time for you to go out on some sort of an adventure or expand whatever you're doing. And I think for you, the expansion has to do with the realization that you're not the Page of Pentacles. You're actually the Queen. And your throne awaits you, I'm going to say. The realization is, if I put in more effort, if I open the next stream of income. I can probably make more money from here, or I'm going to quit my job and I'm going to go to a new job. Maybe you'll be making more money there, because we do have the six of swords, which is you're taking everything that you've learned in this situation and you're moving on, moving forward, right? But I feel like you were stuck in this argumentative stage. Now, I don't know if you were arguing with yourself or with somebody else. It almost feels like you were asking somebody else to put in more effort and they weren't. So I feel like somebody here is like, fine, you're not going to put in the effort. I've had a realization that I can just do it on my own. Because that's what who the Queen of Pentacles is. Look, I don't need your help. I can do it on my own. I don't necessarily need help from you. Tell me what this realization is here. Tell me about the Sun, please. Tell me about the Sun. We have the Emperor, yeah, that you can take charge of it all. And you know what, though? The thing is when you take charge of it all, you will drop burdens naturally. Because I feel like sometimes when we stay stuck in a position because we're waiting for other people to catch up, or we want people to come along the path with us and they're not ready, they're not putting in effort, right? But you're ready to move forward. It almost feels like you were holding yourself back from life, from whatever is in the future, from reciprocity, from making more money, from becoming financially stable. You're holding yourself back from that because there's someone back here that you wanted to put in more effort. You wanted them to help you. You wanted them to take notice of your business or be excited for your adventures or your achievements. And it feels like somebody wasn't. And I feel that person is somebody that you could be connected to in some sort of a commitment. So whether it's a commitment of friendship, a commitment of where you work, or a commitment in a relationship, I feel like there is somebody here that you are waiting for to be as supportive and excited for your next endeavor as you are, and they're not. And I feel like you've been allowing them to hold you back because you didn't want to go on without them. But look, the Emperor's here. Whether you're feminine or masculine, I feel like you're finally taking charge of the situation and dropping the burdens of a commitment here. Like I said, whatever the commitment is, friendship, workplace, or in a relationship, you're finally dropping this because you've had a breakthrough that you are not in the Page of Pentacles energy. You're not this person who is scared of work. You're not this person who's lazy, not putting in the effort. That's not you. You're the Queen of Pentacles. You're the one who doesn't mind working really hard, using all your tools, going and getting whatever it is that you want, being excited about and passionate about life. And I feel like you found somebody who generally does the right thing in their life, but this person is following the words of someone else. They're following doctrines. They're doing what they're told. This is somebody who is, yes, has the higher self, and they are a teacher, a spiritual teacher, but somebody who doesn't want to veer off the road. Somebody who's like, I'm in this thought pattern, I'm in this job, I'm in this situation, and I'm never leaving there. Like this person could be someone who's very loyal, but very stuck. Right? That's Taurus energy. They could be very stubborn, too stubborn to move forward, possibly. No matter what sign they are. We all have our misgivings, right? No matter what sign we are. You don't have to be a specific sign. So far right now I have Aries and Taurus. I have Leo. Looks like there is also Gemini and Aries energy here. Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. We have the Moon energy. So I feel like you are going to take some sort of a risk. And I feel like this person is somebody who's holding you back because the Hierophant energy or Taurian energy is one that moves slow. I need to go over the details, figure it out. I don't want to take a leap of faith. But you're fire energy, right? You're pure fire. So you're like, I'm ready to go. I'm jumping on the next path. Are you on the bus or under it? And the Moon energy tells me like you don't really even know what you're doing. Like you don't know where you're going, where you're headed, or how this is going to end up. But things are not as they seem. And I feel like you're going on pure intuition, to be honest. I feel like it's something that you know in your soul. Piscean Cancer energy here. You have a knowing that something is going to work out for you. We have the Eight of Swords here. I think that you were feeling stuck for a really long time because I feel like whatever relationship you're in, whether it's a work relationship, a friend relationship, or a romantic relationship, that person is somebody who is like making you be up in your head because understand that people are giving you advice based on what's best for them, not what's best for you. We have the Page of Cups. Look, I feel like whatever it is that you have planned, and I don't know what it is because the Moon energy is here. It feels like whoever's in your life They're like, no, that's not going to work out for you. You're going to fall on your nose. What are you doing, Sag? But I feel like you're somebody who has been always sort of living life by the seat of your pants. That you kind of have this intuitive energy, and Sagittarius does, and this psychic intuitive energy that things are going to work out. And so I feel like you're deciding to move forward here without this person. Yeah, Five of Pentacles appears, right? In order to get balance, that's what you need to do, because this person is on their path and they are not straying from their path. They don't want to change. This is somebody who's stuck in their doctrine, stuck in their tradition. They're stuck in a place where they don't want to move past there. This, I feel like with you, you're ready to put in the hard work on whatever is about to come up, and you don't know what's about to come up, but I feel like it's going to work out the way you want it to, because the Page of Cups is here. And the Page of Cups is hope. It's a little bit of hope. It's a little spark of intuitive energy, right? It's the beginning of using your intuition to get out of the Eight of Swords. So I feel like you are heading on a path without someone here. And I feel like you've always given them the option for them to come with you. But this person, I feel, is somebody who doesn't feel like they can leave their path. They feel very loyal to the path that they're on. The outcome, Nine of Wands, Ace of Wands, and the Hanged Man. So I feel like you've decided that you're not going to feel guilty about this. That you're feeling more exhausted with trying to move the immovable, right? Possibly, look, I'm a Taurus sun. I know how immovable Taurus can be in the way that they think and the flexibility of what to do next. And the Nine of Wands tells me that you're exhausted with trying to pull this person forward. It's like trying to grab a bull by the horns, right? Trying to get them to come with you, and it's just not working. So I feel like it's time for you to drop these burdens here. The Ace of Wands tells me that there is a new passionate path that is calling you, and the only reason that you've been pausing or holding yourself back is because you don't want to leave your soulmate in the dust, right? So I feel like you tried to talk to this person about it, but I feel like they're just holding on to their pentacle life, their traditions. Again, this is Taurus energy, Virgo and Capricorn in a rating that is general, of course, but it feels like you've tried to speak with this person and tried to move them from the place that they're in, but it feels like that they're shut down, shut off. It doesn't feel like they want to move from the place that they're in. And so you have to do what's best for you, my friend. There's Temperance. That's your card, Sagittarius. You need to do what's best for you. And I think that you will. And it may not include the person or the job or the friend that you are stuck in this relationship with, or they're trying to keep you stuck. They're trying to keep you in their vibration, and you need to go because you're Sagittarius. That's what it feels like here. So we do have Pisces and Cancer, more Piscean energy. We've got Libra, we've got Taurus, we've got Gemini and Aries here. We've also got Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Aries, and Leo energy. One more hand for Sag. What else do we have for Sag? So Sag, it looks like you're leaving something, someone, maybe traditions, maybe it's a job, maybe something that your family does traditionally. You're leaving that in the past so you can move forward onto a new path. Feels like you just got to go. That's what it feels like. All right, tell me what else is coming up for Sagittarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Sag, if you're interested in a private reading, please look at the pinned comment at the top of the comments. You will find everything that you need to book a reading over at Wizio, if that's what you want to do with your time and your money. All right, here we go. Tell me about Sag. What else is coming up for Sag? Second hand. We've got the Five of Wands. To me, the Five of Wands is an internal struggle. Let's see what else comes up around it, though. Holding back. It's like fighting competition. We've got the Page of Cups. And we've got the Sun. I think we saw the Page of Cups and the Sun in the last hand. So I feel like there is some sort of a realization, because I feel like the Page of Cups is representative of the beginning of you listening to your intuition. It feels like it's something that just pops up. It's a realization, and it feels like it busts you out of this Five of Wands energy here. the place where you've kind of been stuck, feeling on the inside like you're kind of beating yourself up about a choice you're about to make, or it feels like there has been, it feels like you've had a lot of competition in whatever it is that's carrying you towards this realization, or this bright burst of energy that's showing you everything clearly. The sun is here. Nothing hides from the sun. We do have the Page of Wands. We have the Six of Cups. I have a guide. His name's Charlie, if you've never been here before. And Charlie just said, to hell with it. That's what he said, to hell with it. So it feels like I was looking at the Five of Wands at the time with the Page of Wands. And the Page of Wands is like, to hell with it. I'm just going to do what I need to do. But we do have 6 wands here. So I feel like whatever the decision is that you're about to make, somebody's about to make a decision on the spur of the moment. It feels like a surprise even to you, but it's because of a breakthrough and some inducive clarity that you go through. And it feels like there is, it's almost like you remember something from the past. Whatever the Six of Cups is, it's like a remembrance of something I used to be, someone I used to be. There's a time and a place, Sag, when you were a person who wasn't worried about taking risks, who wasn't worried about running toward the fire. And I feel like it almost feels like you forgot who you were. Or there's somebody here who might be having an awakening, a breakthrough, a realization that I've forgotten who I was. Who was I back there? I was a person who was exciting and fun, and I would just throw my wand into the air and I would go here and go there. I would travel, I would adventure. And it feels like somebody is remembering who they were. But it feels like it is a breakthrough at a time when you're fighting yourself or feeling guilty about what you want in this life. We do have the Queen of Cups. It is your intuition. I feel like it is deep intuition. It does feel like somebody here is, it almost feels like it is a realization, Sag, that you've had some sort of realization about who you used to be. It feels like you used to be the Queen of Wands, somebody who's kind and loving and compassionate, but someone who has also heavily relied on their empathy and their psychic intuition. Somebody who maybe forgot that I used to pray all the time, forgot I used to be connected to my source through meditation, that I used to do things that would put me in a meditative energy. Tell me about the Page of Cups, please. We do have the Three of Cups. I used to be so much fun. It feels like for whatever reason, it's like you've forgotten what it's like to socialize, go out and be with people, have fun, have drinks, celebrate things. It feels like it's like you need to get that person back here. Yeah, the one that was super happy, the apex of happiness, the person who was always getting friends together and let's go out and do this. Let's pick a place on the map. Let's throw a dart at the map and let's go there. Like it feels like you used to be somebody who is ready to take, not crazy risks, but maybe you're the person who just wanted to kind of get everybody together. If we all put in money, we could go on a cruise, or you're the person who was happy. I feel like you've forgotten that person here. The Knight of Wands is in the reverse. I feel like you've lost your fire. Like it feels like somebody here is realizing that they used to be somebody who is so excited about life and passionate about life. It does feel like somebody here, their intuition is knocking. Hello, do you remember who you were? That's what it feels like here. Tell me about this, the Sun card. Kind of love this. Somebody who's waking up and realizing who I used to be. Because it feels like I don't know if for those of you who have had your awakening, or you've had your awakening in a few ascensions already, you realize that that's all it is. That you actually just realize it's like the doors to your mind are open from the last life and all this energy comes flooding in and you remember who you used to be. So you start acting the way you used to be. So we do have the Queen of Swords. We have the World card, and we have the Eight of Wands. It does feel like things are about to speed up. I feel like I feel like the world has dulled your shine, Sag. And I feel like it's time for you to show the world who you are. I feel like things have been very serious for you, or life has gotten very serious, or maybe you're hanging out with people who are very serious. But the Queen of Swords is somebody who is, always trying to keep balance. You might have Libra in your moon or your rising, possibly your sun if you're here cross-watching. But I feel like this Queen of Swords energy tells me this is someone who sort of reels it in a little bit, right? This person is very stoic. They are somebody who is very head over heart and making solid decisions, factual based information. And I feel like this is something that is good that you have. If you're the Empress, because it's in the balance with all the other queens. But I feel like what you're trying to do is you need to stop being so serious. You need to stop looking at every situation as though it is a problem that needs to be solved. It's time for you to get back into your fire energy, for things to move a little quicker. So I think that I'm talking to somebody here who is finding their fire energy again. We've got Leo energy here. Maybe you do have Leo in the chart. You don't have to, but Leo is about, I don't know if you've ever experienced Leo, but I live with one. He's my son, and he is all about ta-da! Like, he's all about sunshine. And that's how I usually see Leo's sun for sure, and sometimes rising. But the World card tells me that you're making a change here. You're closing a chapter of looking at the world like it's just some sort of serious, downtrodden, gotta analyze everything. Everything's gotta be factual. I feel like you're closing the door on that part of you. And I feel like you've decided to find your fire, that you're moving forward quickly, quicker in your life here, going through some changes here, it looks like, Sag. We've got the Four of Cups. Yeah, it feels like you were bored in this energy with the Queen of Swords. And it's good to have Queen of Swords energy, but if you're living there all the time, it can get pretty bland. I'm just saying. It can get a little bland. And if you don't have fire energy, maybe you don't understand that, but I do. I have it in my rising. So I have Sag in my rising. And although being a Taurus sun, it's like Sag is always the one that's pushing me out there to be social and have fun and live in my fire energy. So I feel like that's what this is saying here, that I feel like this Queen of Swords has made it way too serious for you, that you stop taking offers. Right? You can see somebody here who's kind of living in the boredom of, right? But also somebody who's rejecting the offers. So it feels like you feel like you don't have any patience for people in the Queen of Swords energy. If they're not going to be honest and truthful and factual, then I got nothing to say, because, people are going to be acting a fool. Like, I feel like you're getting out of that super serious factual energy, and that you had at some point stopped taking offers of emotional offers, maybe from friends, maybe from family, maybe even from people who want to try and get into your life in an emotional situation, like maybe dating. But we do have the Two of Wands here. It feels like now you're looking for adventure. I feel like you've not been very happy sitting in the Four of Cups, and it feels like it's time for a new adventure here, my friend. Tell me what this adventure is. I'm going to look at this Page of Wands. Feels like there is a new adventure coming here, and you're going to be practicing using your intuition to know whether you should be on this adventure or not. We have, there's adventure. The Three of Wands shows up. We've got the Nine of Cups, and we've got the Six of Pentacles. That's what it is. It's time for you to get out, be social, do some reciprocal things, whether that is charitable things. Maybe you're going to meet people while you're volunteering in a charitable way. Maybe you're going to get out with friends. Three of Cups, Six of Pentacles, giving people reciprocal energy in a celebratory sort of surrounding or outing. We do have the Three of Wands tells me that you are ready to expand into happiness and gratitude and fun and excitement, right? The Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment, emotional wish fulfillment. And so whether it doesn't matter the situation, whether it's friendship, work, or somebody that you're interested in a romantic sense, I feel like the whole purpose of you taking some sort of a leap of faith to go on an adventure and speed things up in your life is because you want to feel the Nine of Cups. You want the wish fulfillment. And so it's time for you to move towards something that's going to make you feel excitement, I should say. It's going to make you feel excitement. It's all because you've had some sort of a breakthrough of who you used to be when you were younger, or before all of the serious shit went down. I feel like somebody is realizing that, I just need to use my intuition and I will be fine here. And I think that's true. What's the outcome? The Empress. I love it. The Empress, the Three of Swords, and the Ten of Wands. So you've decided that you're just going to drop these because you're going to drop the factual, honest, truthful, reliving stuff, words, comments, things that people have said to me. I feel like what's happening is that you are having some sort of an upgrade in your software, your bodily software. It feels like somebody's turning into the Empress. And to me, as a reader, over the years, I've realized that the Queen of Swords is the hardest one to learn. It's the hardest one because you have to liberate yourself from situations where people are going to be like, is Sag off the rails? Like, what's going on? You have to liberate yourself from situations that no longer serve you. And I feel like with the Queen of Swords and the Sun here, that you've had a realization in the mind, right? That you have to stop being so serious about life. It feels like you finally learned the Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Swords is somebody who's going to be very honest and truthful, whether it's something that someone wants to hear or not. And I feel like you're going to tuck the Queen away for just a little bit and maybe just pull her out when it's necessary. It feels like this is what you needed to upgrade yourself to this Empress energy, who is balanced, right? And we do have the Queen of Cups, we have the Queen of Swords, and it feels like somebody here is balancing their emotional happiness with being truthful and honest with themselves. So it feels like there is the Ten of Wands is here. You are dropping some burdens about heartbreak and heartache. You're not taking everything so seriously. Not everything needs to be a disappointment just because it's not on a factual basis. Sometimes we just go and have fun for no damn reason. Sometimes it's that. So I feel like you're using your intuition here. And I feel like you're going out on a limb here. It does feel like either you're starting a business or starting something new, a new stream of income, or maybe a new business. I feel like you're somebody who's highly intelligent. And I feel like you're just going to run at it. It's time to just run at it here with the Knight of Swords here. It feels like you're just going to run at it. You're going to take, there's Queen and King of Swords here. You're going to be truthful and honest, and you're going to be careful, but you're not going to allow it to ruin your fun anymore. That's what it feels like. So it does feel like somebody here is about to open a business, or somebody has decided, look, I can have fun and take leaps of faith on my own. I'm confident enough to do that. I'm confident enough to go to movies by myself, take a trip by myself. Like, it feels like somebody here has just decided, I'm not waiting anymore. I'm just going to go. I'm going to leave that here for you, Sagittarius. Thank you so much for being here and watching. I do appreciate you. I will go, but I'll be back because I'm always back. Love you guys. Bye-bye.